Oslo's a big city, but it's easy to get around. Most of what you'll want to see is right here in the city center. You don't need a car, just good shoes and a little curiosity. Come and walk with me. Together, we'll find out what makes Oslo a great destination. We're starting in the morning at Oslo Central Station. It's where most people arrive and where most visitors begin. It's busy but not rushed. People come and go. You can feel it. This is the heart of the city. Just outside the station is a lively square, Jernbanetorget. Trams glide past, buses pull in, and the tiger's right there. Watching, pause, waiting. The rhythm shifts. Oslo comes alive. From here, it's easy to start walking. Karl Johans Gate is just ahead, the city's main street. Shops, cafes, halls, statues, and the royal palace at the far end. But we're not rushing. Oslo invites you to slow down, to live in the present moment, to just have a good time. Just ahead is Oslo Cathedral, a Lutheran church that's been here since the 1600s, steady, quiet, part of the city's rhythm. Baroque on the outside. Inside, a fine Baroque pulpit and altarpiece, painted ceilings, a royal pew, a pipe organ, glass windows, and a baptismal pond. In front of the cathedral, the Iron Roses Memorial remembers the victims of Norway's 2011 bombing and mass shooting. The church courtyard was once the Oslo Bazaar, built in the mid-1800s. Its brickwork and arches preserve the feel of the old market, offering a quiet echo of Oslo's trading past. Directly across from the church is Stortorget, once a busy square with a lively market. A statue of Danish King Christian IV stands nearby, pointing at the sunflowers. After a fire destroyed much of Oslo in 1624, he ordered the city rebuilt closer to Akershus Fortress for better defense. He renamed it Christiania, a name the city kept until 1925. From Stortorget, we continue along Karl Johans Gate, passing Oslo's historic landmark. The Grand Hotel, Eidsvolls Plass, the Parliament, National Theatre, and university buildings. Then we turn left toward the harbor. The street opens into Rådhusplassen, an open square in front of Oslo City Hall. A statue of Peter Tordenskjold stands near the edge, a Danish-Norwegian naval hero, quietly watching the Oslofjord. Nearby, the Nobel Peace Center stands in the old station, now a museum for peace and dialogue. Behind Rådhusplassen, Oslo City Hall rises, tall and brick, built in a bold functionalist style. Tourists line up at the entrance. On the front facade, just above the fountain, you'll see the girl from Oslo, Oslo Piken, flanked by bronze swans, the astronomical clock, and St. Halvard, Oslo's patron saint. Oslo is a city powered by its people, and this is the People's Building, where peace is honored and labor quietly celebrated, reflected in statues of ordinary workers and murals that echo daily life. Each figure speaks to shared work becoming public good. The building is open to the public, free of charge. Outside, a lovely garden wraps around the back. And if you circle the arcade, you'll find colorful woodcuts with scenes from Norse mythology, Thor in his goat-drawn chariot, Odin on his 8-legged horse, and Ask and Embla, the first humans, just to name a few. Inside, massive murals speak of peace, labor, and hope, each brushstroke honoring civic dignity. Among them, Henrik Strensen's work, administration, Feast, and Alf Rolfsson's From the Drifting Nets to the Forests in the East. Each mural is a tribute to shared labor and the strength of a nation built together. In this hall, the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded each year on December 10th, Alfred Nobel's death anniversary. Here, peace is honored not just in words, but in ceremony. We went up to the second floor and visited several rooms, including the Hard Ruler Room, the Wedding Room, the Festival Gallery, the Banquet Hall, the City Council Hall, and others. Like the massive murals downstairs, the rooms upstairs are just as grand, filled with beautiful murals and ceremonial spaces that reflect Norway's history and civic life. We went the opposite way from Akerbrygg, crossing the square from City Hall to see Emil Lies Familien, a quiet echo of the murals inside. Then we headed uphill toward the fortress. Nearby, Roosevelt sits quietly, overlooking the Oslo waterfront. The statue was placed in 1950, a thank you for wartime support. Akershus has guarded Oslo for centuries, first as a medieval castle, then a Renaissance fortress, and later a prison during World War II. It survived multiple sieges, but was never conquered. It's quiet now, more of a tourist attraction, but the history runs deep. To see the inside, including the chapel, armory, and royal mausoleum, you pay a small entrance fee. We arrived just before 1:30, joining the small crowd outside the royal palace. Every day, the King's Guard performs the changing of the guard here, a tradition that dates back to 1888. It's free to watch, just don't step into their path. Remember, the guards aren't just ceremonial, they're on active military duty, serving both the crown and the country. They march in full uniform, tall black hats with swaying plumes, rifles resting on their shoulders. A live band plays as they move in perfect rhythm, boots striking the gravel in time. The old guard steps aside. The new guard takes position. No words, just music, movement, and quiet precision. The entire ceremony lasts about 15 minutes. Afterward, the guards stand watch, still as statues at least until the next shift arrives. A simple ceremony, but it leaves an impression. Tradition, discipline, and a touch of pageantry. Right in the heart of Oslo. Once the ceremony is finished, everyone goes their own way, doing their own thing. And so do we. A stroll around the royal garden helps everyone slow down. It's not difficult to notice that the palace square has settled into quiet, with King Karl Johan watching over the palace. For Norwegians, this isn't just a plaza, it's a sacred space. A place where the country gathers in celebration, in sorrow, and in solidarity. Every May 17th, the Constitution Day parade passes through here. The Royal Garden is an open space, a well-kept park with paved paths and plenty of benches, easy to walk and accessible for everyone, including people with disabilities. No gates, just tall trees. No fence, but free birds fly overhead and swim in the ponds. Royal statues stand quietly, watching over the space. Locals simply call it Slottsparken. It belongs to everyone. Where to next from here? There's the Opera House, Grunnerlocke, Munch's The Scream, and plenty more still to see. But that's a story for the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.